So we're going to do the High Street here. Unbroken, the High Street runs right from the gap between the castle and the cathedral, all the way down to what was the end of my my garden in Swallowbeck. In fact, unbroken, of course. But it's divided into 4 sections. The first section is known as Steep Hill, and it's up there. And believe me when I say, once you go round that corner, it's extremely steep, really steep. The second bit is the pedestrianized zone, which sort of starts here. This is the top and goes all the way down through that building there, which is the Stonebow, and on. The third section is when the pedestrianised zone stops, and it's still called the High Street, but it's not pedestrianised, and that goes all the way from the bottom of this hill all the way to around Crosscliff Hill, which is sort of where my secondary school was. And then the fourth and final part of the road is called Newark Road. Same road, different name. And that goes all the way to North Highcombe, and the sign for North Highcombe is near the Forum, which is opposite where I used to live. You'll have to excuse me speaking quietly, but there are a lot of people around. I'm walking around as well, I'm so sorry. But, so there we are. We're going to walk down here. There's 2 roads in between here and the Stonebow. The first one, in fact, is West Parade. We go that way. So my hotel's sort of here, along this way, but at a lower level. This part of the street has lots of bars, you can see. These weren't here when I lived here. They're developments that have happened because the town has changed. When I was here it was just a collegiate city, but now it's actually a university city, and these bars have sort of all appeared in the last, 10 years? I think the university was being built when we left, so these bars have all appeared since. I suppose to appease the student population. I remember this upper part of the High Street here, before Steep Hill begins, where that white house is, either side, as trinket shops. And I used to love doing my Christmas shopping in this part. I have to admit I used to buy people stuff that I would want rather than stuff that they would want, little trinkets, but I did enjoy it. And one of the places I loved best was here, this mall. I'm not sure it was called that at the time, but there we are. The inside hasn't changed, and I want to just go in and see if there's a shop that still exists there that I remember. No, the shop's not there anymore. I think it used to be that one. It's a hairdresser's now. Anyway, it used to be run by a strange little old man who had used to sell like rocks but they were like iron parietes, you know, fool's gold and little sort of crystal things and little beads and stuff. Oh, I think that was my favourite top shop in town for a very long time. I was very young at the time, but probably went before we left, because I don't think these are, I think they generally come and go in here. These are all to let, you know. Still brings back old memories. One of the few shops still here that I remember is Buttocks, which is a stationer's, in fact. I didn't realise that it didn't look like this at all. Shop front's being done up, and in fact, on closer inspection, they've had a plaque. That was when the shop front was done up in 2009. But the bizarre thing is I'm saying, you know, oh, I'm sure this shop's still here, you know, 10 years ago. Yes, they say they have owned this shop for 105 years as of 2009. Amazing. So, here we are. I do remember Buttocks. The other shop which is still here, which is sort of a cheap man's Buttocks really, is just along the end there on this side, and it's the works. Another favourite of mine for Christmas shopping. So we're near the Stonebow, and I've just got to show you this, Curtis's. It's a sort of baker shop, and there was one, I think, I could have sworn, in the forum. I don't know if it's still there, we'll have to have a look, but they did exquisite cakes. Those used to be absolutely fantastic.